Oh my god. I kind of like hate my hair. So can I kind of like do this? But I look like a schoolgirl. Oh well. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, I'm Lantana. Nice to meet you guys all. FYI, I just want to say that I'm really sorry I haven't even updated you guys with a new video because I'm currently working full-time now and it's really hard to kind of like find time to shoot a video and also edit a video at the same time. Like right now, I kind of like have time and also the mood to shoot a video because I just want to kind of like share this video to all of my subscribers because you guys kind of like asked me about making this video, so I just want to make this one happen. And yeah, so this is the time, guys. Okay guys, before we head to the video, I just want to remind you to hit the bell icon if you haven't clicked it because you'll be getting notification whenever I post a new video, and don't forget to subscribe my channel as well. It's fun, it's free, it's lit, so why not? And also don't forget to like this video as well. Let's jump into the video. As you have seen the title, obviously, I will be talking about the PGWP or Postgraduate Work Permit. Oh my god, I know, finally, right? I finally want to kind of like share my experience with PGWP and also kind of like tell you guys the things you need to do before applying PGWP or maybe like steps you need to do. I think this video is very useful for people who really want to go to Canada for school and apply for their work permit after finishing their school, or maybe for students who kind of like still figuring out how to apply work permit, such as that. I think if you guys are one of those, this video will be very useful. Just stick until the end so you guys can kind of like know how to apply for PGWP. So I just want to kind of like tell you guys about my experience applying for PGWP in this pandemic. I did a 2-year program here in Canada. The first one was IT project management, which is an 8-month program, and the second one is social media, and the length is also the same as my first program. So yeah, I graduated at the end of April, and that time was during the quarantine season. To be honest though, I was like a bit overwhelmed and also stressed out because I didn't think that I would be getting my PGWP within 1 month, because I heard a lot of rumors saying that you'll be getting your PGWP within 3 months because like my study permit will end in July. If the rumor was true, I will be getting my PGWP in August. So I'm not really sure whether I could work full-time or not, but you guys don't need to worry. If you guys have applied for your PGWP, you are in an implied status, which means that you can work full-time here and also stay in Canada because you're in the process of getting that PGWP document. So back to my story again. I was really surprised that after I applied on the very beginning of May, in the mid of May, I got a notification from the IRCC. They approved my documents. So at that time, I was really happy because I finally got like a 3-year PGWP. And after 2 weeks later, I got the document and I was like legit can stay and work here officially. That is kind of like my experience with PGWP. So even though the situation is kind of like scary and also confusing for people in Canada, especially for international students who just graduated, I just want to say don't worry, you guys will be getting your PGWP as long as you kind of like provide your documents as mentioned from the IRCC, then you're good. I just want to tell you guys about the eligibility of the school. So if you guys have chosen the schools or you kind of like look for the schools, make sure that is eligible for the PGWP. So the first one I would say is you need to know whether the school is eligible for the PGWP or not. You guys can check it in the designated learning institution. They have like a lot of lists of universities or school that is eligible for the PGWP. Mostly like public, college, or university universities are eligible for the PGWP, but just make sure on that website whether your school, your chosen school, is eligible for the PGWP. I'm gonna talk about the second thing about the school eligibility. Make sure that you're enrolled as a full-time student. Part-time students are not allowed to apply for PGWP. The third one is the program needs to be at least 8 months. I kind of like know there are many people outside of Canada who kind of like take like a 1-year program to kind of like, you know, learn English, to kind of like improve their English, but unfortunately that program is not eligible for PGWP. So I would say just read your course description and also check your school whether it's eligible or not. And the last thing, guys, I want to mention, this PGWP, you guys can only apply for PGWP only one time only. For example, I applied 2 programs. The first one was IT project management, and then I applied for a second program, which is social media. These 2, it's only like an 8-month program, and the second one is an 8-month program. If you guys have graduated on your first year, you kind of like apply for PGWP, you will only get the first year. So if you guys applied straightly for the PGWP, you'll be getting like at least 1 year. So if you guys kind of like apply for school, you won't be considered getting like a more or less 3-year PGWP because it should be continuously. So I would recommend you guys, if you're taking like a 2-year in a different program, you should just apply after you finish your 2-year program. It depends on the length of your program. If you guys want to extend your study permit, I have covered it on this video. I've also mentioned a little bit of an explanation, information about PGWP, so just head on this video over here. So back again, I just want to kind of like explain like detailed information about the PGWP here. So as I mentioned to you guys, the length of the PGWP will depend on your length of your program. So if you guys kind of like took like an 8-month or maybe like a 1-year program for school, you only can get a 1-year PGWP. If you guys take like a 2-year program or more than 2 years program, you'll be getting more or less up to 3-year program. It could be 3 years or it could be a 2-year. So finally, the last thing that I will be covering is the requirements to apply for your PGWP. The first one is you need to have an account in the IRCC. After you have made or created an account, you need to kind of like answer the questions based on what you have experienced before. It's kind of like based on what you're doing here and also your information, yada yada, such as that. It's kind of like more or less the same as the study permit, as I have talked to you guys if you have seen my videos before. So after you have answered the questions, there are the requirements that you need to gather, like documents that you need to gather. First one is the form. There is the PGWP form, and then there's a family form. Then the second of all, you need your passport. For the passport, I just want to stress you guys here, you need to at least have a 3-year passport length. PGWP expiration date will be based on your passport expiration date as well. So I have a story with the passport. When I was applying my new study permit for my second program, my passport was kind of like expiring on May 2019, but actually my program is finished in July. So basically I should have got my study permit that is expired in July, but because of my passport that is expired in May, my study permit is also following my passport, which is expiring on the same day, which is May. So I just want to kind of like tell you guys, to remind you guys, if your passport length is less than 3 years, if you guys want to apply for PGWP, I recommend you to kind of like extend your passport before you apply for your PGWP. The third thing is medical test. This is optional, so the medical test is only for graduates who wants to kind of like apply in a medical job industry. The next thing is the biometric. So I just want to kind of like tell you guys about like the situation over here. Back then, before this pandemic happened, biometric is necessary for you guys to apply for your immigration documents such as visa, study permit, or PGWP. But however, because the biometric is still closed due to COVID-19, IRCC are waiving the biometric. I kind of like have friends who does not have their biometrics and then they are applying for PGWP. I got news from them that their biometrics are waived. You guys don't need to apply for your biometric right now during this whole situation going on. And the last thing, necessary documents that you guys need to have is a proof of program completion, such as the graduation letter and also the transcript. And yeah, that is it. After you guys have answered all of the questions that is provided by the IRCC, and then upload all of the necessary document and also picture as well. The last thing is the picture. After you guys have kind of like upload all of the document, you guys are good to go. If you guys are applying for your PGWP, don't forget to get your open work permit for any employer, because if you have that PGWP, you can work with any employer in Canada. I mean, like if you're required, that's for sure. If you're not required to work work for any employer. You just can only apply for one employer that is based on your job. So yeah. So guys, that is it for this PGWP video. I'm not really sure whether I kind of like explain it like detail or not, because I feel like I'm really bad at explaining about this kind of thing. But if you have any questions, just leave a comment down below. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you guys also for your support, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.